Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your weekday dose of the long dark survival mode. Although, to be honest, given where Wintermute left off yesterday, I was somewhat tempted. Excuse me, to continue that because Dr. Astrid Greenwood's quests in Pleasant Valley are progressing very nicely. However, we're not doing that, we're back in survival mode. Now, the last time I set out to do a bit of exploring and ended up back at the main hangar for the Forsaken Airfield. Not my favourite place, but when you have a travois stuffed with bear meat, it's not that bad. But rather unexpectedly, I found 10 kilograms of salt that I had managed to overlook. And when I find 10 kilograms of salt, I want to build a meat curing box, which means I need something to stuff the meat curing box with. And that in turn means I need fur, I need cedar, I need a dead bear, and a place to get said dead bear, which means I'm probably heading back to the hut on the island at the western end of the map, I think it is. So it is there that I will be heading back to, I think. Because I know I can kill the bear there with no particular problem. So, and the meat curing box is a great source of dried meat, and cured meat in the game is wonderful stuff because you can carry a lot of it for very little weight penalty. Good morning, Pseudo. How are you doing today? So, why instead of me talking, good morning, Little Nugget, how's my favorite rodeo rider? Is that bull rider, bull puller? Actually, calling you a bull puller kind of sounds naughty, but I know you and I both know. Oh, bull hauler, my apologies. Not bull puller. Bull puller sounds kind of naughty, bull hauler kind of sounds much more functional. I apologize. So, now I'm laughing at my own humour. Oh dear. Very narcissistic of me. Right, let's, oh, that's good to know. I looked up Little Nugget. I am within, one more achievement of getting affiliate status on Steam, but I need sort of 3 viewers on average, I think it is, in a month. I can't remember the precise details, but I'm close. 51 followers, that's a required achievement. The number of hours I've streamed, damn well within. I well exceed the minimum number of hours of streaming. I just need the followers actually watching me, or people actually watching me. So, yes, I'm looking at you. Right, okay. What else was I going to pontificate about? Oh, yes, one thing I discovered. In the last 28 days on YouTube, I've had 260 odd returning viewers who aren't subscribed. Now, if some of you would care to subscribe, not only could I hit 200 subscribers, I might even hit 300, which would be interesting. Okay, so enough temporary self-promotion, which I will probably repeat later. Let's get on with this and see what happens. Probably end up dead or something. Just a little
Too
about
heavy.
to do something interesting. Right. Well, I'm awake, and it is early morning, and I have black coffee, so That's a start. And let us go and see what we're like. Yes, except for Kaninchen Cafe in Austria, as I've talked about before, but couldn't remember the name of. Probably because the milk in Austria is absolutely fantastic. So, Kaninchen Cafe was the only coffee I would put milk in. And, okay. I once saw a documentary about the French Foreign Legion. And they were rather amusingly stating that black coffee is the best drink for men. Which I thought was kind of funny. Right, so I've got fur. Oh, do you know what? I might... Let's go and...
I need to drop something.
Okay, what have you got on you that I can use? Because if I can make the meat curing box here... Well, coffee is associated with cowboys, isn't it, cowboy? Alright, I am going after... wood. For construction purposes, and... Let's see if we can find some. I used to drink energy drinks, and stopped doing it. Never mind, it was expensive. You're a tad more old school, and technically I am old school. You're safe, dear. I'm just looking for firewood. And I've got all the firewood here, haven't I? Alright. Ooh, how much water have I got? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that's good. Not sure what I would ever do. I'm not sure if I was on the road what I would do for gaming. There are ways of doing it, obviously. I would, depending on how rich I was. And I need fur. This, I think, is all cedar. That's alright. I need fur and cedar, and I think I need fur for making the... I need a furniture crafting table.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Huh, I did not know there was birch saplings here. Oh, good. That's very good to hear. Oh, right. Okay, that is, at least on the face of it, very good news. They've had a rough start to life. I hope it only improves for them. But it sounds like it was a rough start. Poor kids. At least they're not in the foster system. All we've got to do now is hope that their uncle is a decent human being. The fostering system in the United States has a... Oh, right. Oh, that's very nice of you. I will say one thing, little nugget. Be very careful how you do that because of how it might be misconstrued, if you follow my meaning. I don't want to go sliding down here, do I? Yeah, that's going to be something you should be very, very careful about. I would say at the very least, make sure your uncle accompanies you and them. Right, let's see what I've got in terms of firewood. Yes, I have stories I can tell that I cannot probably tell on YouTube, so I won't. So I've got 9 cedar. I've got some fir. Ooh, I've almost got enough. Definitely getting there. So I need 1 more cedar. Do I have... Got in here. Ooh. Oh. Look at this. I've got...
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
I've got everything I need. Yeah, I do. Look at that. So that's 10 fir. Let's drop the... I need... Okay. Alright, so the only question is, do I want to build everything here? Or do I want to go back to the cabin? I want to go back to the cabin. I'm going to take my fresh deer hide. I'm going to take all this with me. And... what time of day is it? Oh, half a second, I thought. Let us... So there's my fir firewood. Let's get this transferred. That's the fresh deer hide. That's the... And, yep, transfer that over.
Too much stuff to carry.
Hope I don't overload myself here. Ooh, I'm awfully close. This is going to be really pushing my luck, actually. Right. I can't transfer all of it, so... Oh, so close. And what can I get rid of? Don't know why I've got some of this here. What can I safely get rid of? Yeah, that's a big question, isn't it? I don't really need the insulated flask. I want to keep the gut. I should be eating... Yes, okay, I know. Let's grab bear instead. And what do I need? I need one more cedar. And I'm almost at max, which is a slight problem. Do I want to make the... Now, let me think about this a second. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this all over to the other place because the meat curing box weighs 10 kilos itself. So I might want to eat through some of my supplies, I guess. Thinking. Best way to handle this. I could make the furniture table here. Would that be a bad thing? No, it wouldn't. But 10 kilograms of meat curing box is going to push my luck. But actually, that might be the way to go.
All this gear is slowing me down.
The only downside is if I build the furniture table here, furniture manufacturing doohickey, actually, do you know what? I don't know how. Let's have a little look-see. Where is it? Furniture workbench. Oh, it uses cedar. Okay. And how much does the meat curing box weigh? It weighs 10 kilograms. It might actually... Do you know what? Hello, guns are shooting. What do you mean, a YouTube stream that isn't in short form? I typically do about 2 hours. An hour for me is relatively short, so yeah, 2 hours is probably my average. Do people do short form live streams? So, okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and build here.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
And I might as well build it right here, mightn't I? Ooh, I can break that down. Okay, so. Cedar. I went through all that and I forgot to pick up my cedar. Yes, it's the cedar I need, not the fir at this point. Right. Let's dash back inside, see if I can't get that book. Yep, this should do. the furniture workbench. Oh, yeah, because of course it's going to be dark, isn't it? And I need water. So... Oh, yeah, Really? Oh, you're kidding me.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Can't start a fire there either, can I? Right. Oh, I see. Yeah, are they? Strangely, I am not massively in touch with the streaming community. No, I still need that. Ooh, wind's coming from the wrong direction for this. And I can't light a fire inside, and I don't want to go down to the basement because I can't see. Oh, I've got to go completely around the other end of the building. I should have waited till tomorrow to do this. Which way's the wind coming from? It looks like I should be in. Why I'm worrying, I thought, you know what? Hang it all. I am just going to cheat. I am going to break my own rule. Well, not really. Let's go steal some water from my own supplies here. Yeah, you're probably right.
Go.
But I'm just going to basically drop my duffel here. Yeah. But I need 2 more hours to finish building, so... Yes, I'm going to show off slightly. Not only do I do long-form streams, I stream in widescreen as well. So this is 3440 by 1440. And to be honest, I don't know why that format isn't more popular, because setting up the screen that you're watching on YouTube is so much easier when you've got more space to deal with. But well, what do I know? I'm strictly an amateur. Maybe an enthusiastic amateur, but an amateur nonetheless. Right, let's see if I can finish the building. Oh, excuse me, I got the coffee burps. Hang on, where did I put my cedar? Come on. There we go. Right. Well, the thing is, when you're streaming, you only get to see 720p. It then processes it into 1440p widescreen, and for some reason 4K. So I can't do anything about the resolution you're seeing while I'm streaming, unfortunately. It only becomes a benefit later. What am I doing?
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Oh, right. No, I don't want you. There we go. One furniture workbench. And now I can build... Oh, that's good, yeah. But my own observation, if I go and look at my preview here, and I have a look at settings, the quality is 720p at 60 frames a second, and I don't think... Yeah, no, I can't change it to higher quality than 720p. So people who come and view it later, like in 24 hours, get the benefit, but... I don't know what you see on Steam. Sorry, Twitch. I don't preview Twitch. I've got enough to keep track of as it is, to be honest with you. Well, I'm glad everything's working okay. I spent a big chunk of Saturday having to reinstall and rebuild my OBS.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Because I was trying to get some plugins to work. They wouldn't work, and one solution was reinstall it. So I reinstalled it. And then had to fix it afterwards and redo everything, which I wasn't happy about. Right, and oh, hang on, what am I missing? Okay, what am I missing? Don't want that. Where's my... meat gearing box, here we go. Oh, salt. I need the salt. Why can't I build it without the salt? And... yes, there we go. Stagger my way back inside. I'm actually probably pretty safe there. I just don't want to be caught out in bad weather. Crawl over here. Meat curing box.
Can't move.
Yes, I think I might be. It's This is the meat curing box is part of the downloadable content for the Far Territories. So, oh, yes, I've got to very painfully make my way over just so that I can pick up some food. If I could just reach the door. It is profoundly useful because, in terms of weight per calories, cured, sorry, the cured meat is one of the best foods in the game. So what I like to do is, and this is the third time I've done it, make the meat curing box and then stuff it full of dead bear. And that, in fact, is where we'll be going to after I've done this. I hope. Yes, yeah, it's been a feature for a while. Oh, we have the fog. Okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Yeah, the footprints in the snow is so useful.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yay. Where is it? Is the big curing box gone? Oh, it's on... I think it's on me, isn't it? And here's hoping that I'm correct in what I'm about to do. Yeah, Glimmer Fog's with us. One meat curing box. Here we go. I can now take that. And I've got firewood and stuff. Yeah, look at me moving around like a spring chicken. Still got some salt. So that is a result, so to speak, and now I can do the whole no, actually, in real life you can safely eat bear. Like all wild game, if you're going to eat wild animals in real life, you need to make sure it's well cooked. But
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
what am I doing with torches? I don't think I need that. I've made oil, I've used the salt, haven't used the flour, but I've made porridge. I've made broth. Broth is actually quite good in terms of weight per calorie. It's 1/4 of a kilogram for 800 calories. So, it went out, didn't it? Drat. No? How did it go out? It says I'm sheltered, you stupid game. Look, sheltered. Sheltered. Oh, not sheltered. Not sheltered anymore. Yes, sheltered. Hang on. Let's just move this out of the way. I once went through the night here, running out of food, and it was the porridge that got me through the night. I think it was too close.
I'm tired, but I can't sleep.
Actually, in this version of the game, I'm playing. Oh well, no. Liver is. It's not just bear liver. Liver from dogs too can kill you. And you may think, well, who would eat the liver from a dog? And the simple answer is explorers, when they were particularly hungry, had been known to and killed themselves in the process. So
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
yeah, not only do you catch the fish, you kill it with liver poisoning as well. Oh, drat. You know
I
what
might
I
have
forgot?
to drop some gear.
As usual. I forgot food. Seems to be a perennial problem with me. If in doubt, forget your food. And I can actually transfer some of my water back so that... Oh, and I should get... Nope. Come on, die! Yes. Oh, I'm slightly surprised I have so little charcoal on me. Normally I end up with much more. That's weird. Oh. I like to have about 10 on me. Right.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I don't know. Best time apparently, and I don't necessarily approve of shooting bears on general principle. There aren't that many of them around. But the time to get them is when they're fattened up for winter. You don't want to get them afterwards. I've commented this on this before, but I remember early game wondering if I could ever get enough charcoal. Now the problem isn't getting enough charcoal, it's what to do with it all. Having said that, if you're going to Bleak Inlet, charcoal is a very useful thing to have for making gunpowder because there's a reloading bench there. And at some point I'm going to have to go back to the Bleak Inlet to reload all my ammunition. So, because because I've got lead there, I've got gunpowder, I've got most of the things I need to reload my ammunition. What am I doing? I am going to bed. Oh, Black Frost. Yes, I know what I've I think most I don't know about I can't speak for the community of Long Dark players, but those of
Too
them
much stuff
who
to
are
carry.
subscribed to me and who engage in the comments are really looking forward to Black Frost. I thought you said Black Forest, but no, Black Frost, yes. Definitely something to be looked forward to. Assuming it works with Windows and or Linux, I'm going to get Black Frost as soon as it goes into early release. How could I not? When I've got a channel that's pretty much half the Long Dark. I must admit, I thought they had. I thought part 5 was the last part, but I know it comes up with part 6. The basic story is that I think the latest part is going to be the last part released while they focus on Black Frost. Which is kind of funny because I don't think there's not that many that play Wintermute. If I have a quick look here, hang on a second, I think I can do this without, yeah. If I have a look at Steam, right, so I'm playing episode 3 of Wintermute at the weekends, and let's see. Yeah, right now I'm doing the Save Our... I got the Save Our Souls achievement in episode 3 of Wintermute, and less than 10% of players have got that far. So... Well, I think that is part of Wintermute, isn't it? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I suppose that's possible. We'll see. We'll have to see. The funny thing is, I've tried other survival games, and I always end up coming back to the Long Dark. It turns out I don't much care for survival games which allow you to build, your own house or something. Which you don't do in the Long Dark, of course. I should have left that. But Wintermute is not quick. I mean, if you have a look at my playlist, that'll give you some idea of how long it takes to play. So for episode 3, I'm eight hours in. I think yesterday was part 4, so it's about 8.5 hours in just through that. Not necessarily the fastest way of playing it, I should hasten to add. But I haven't, dashed off to do all the side missions. So Wintermute's a fairly long game. I mean, I'm going to guess and say I've got 40 or 50 hours into it so far. I don't know. I don't think I have that many. Hang on. How many do I have? My achievements. Come on. No, I've only got 24 of 75. You don't have to use wiki maps. The map itself in the game is complete. Actually, I am kind of curious now. How much time have I got in... Where's my Wintermute playlist? Okay, so to give you some idea, I have 16 videos in Wintermute so far, starting from episode 1. They are... Yeah, this could, so that's, we'll say I've got roughly 32 hours in Wintermute, and I did waste time making a wolfskin coat, so that's 2 hours I didn't have to do. But yeah, it's on its own, it's a fairly long game, is Wintermute. Oh yeah, of course I've got insomnia. I don't much care at this point. Right, let's see, what's the weather like? If the weather's halfway decent, I can head back to the island. And the bear shouldn't have respawned.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh no, I'm not heading out in this weather, I can tell you. But no, the Wintermute map is designed to help you. You know, that gives you the whole map. It shows you a marker of where you are, this kind of thing. Which isn't to mean it's not without its dangers. I died, I think, during the very first episode because I was messing around too much. And I've died twice, maybe 3 times, doing episode 3 because of Timberwolves. Yeah, episode 3 is all about the Timberwolves. I actually completely ran out of revolver and rifle ammunition because my normal reaction to Timberwolves is to shoot them. It's the fastest way of dealing with them if you've got the ammunition. And as you can see, you know, I've got 62 rounds of ammunition on me, and that doesn't include the ammunition I've got left behind in Coastal Highway. So I think I've got another 32 rounds in Coastal Highway. Most of it, all of it reloaded, I think. So I need to wait for the weather to clear, which means I can let's cure some fresh gut. Nope, don't want that. I can put those out.
Too heavy.
He's complaining again. Almost ashamed to leave this here, but I can always build another one. Right, let's drop my... Where's my other saplings? Did I just leave them behind? Oh, there they are. I ought to check and make sure what my clothing condition is. The only downside to the travois is it wears out surprisingly quickly. Alright, let's see what we got. That's new. That's decent. Actions, repair. And that's new. That's in good condition. Good, good. You. Alright, we're in relatively good nick.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
What am I doing then? Waiting for the weather to clear, I guess. I don't think I've got anything else specific to do. Oh, one thing I'm very proud of, and I'm going to show off. Look, I've got the bearskin bedroll. That was nice to get. This is my explorer's outfit, so to speak. So, I mean, if you think, alright, right now I'm 32 hours into Wintermute, I might finish off Astrid's current quest, which is Coming Storm, next time, so that'd be 34. Episode 4 and 5, if they are even vaguely comparable, another 16 hours, say 20. So, yeah, you know, Wintermute's a full game. You could just play Wintermute and then get tired of The Long Dark and arguably get your money's worth.
I need to drop something.
There are certainly games which cost about the same as The Long Dark, which don't last as long. Trying to think of some of them. Oh heck, I've gotten playtime out of Journey, which I stream occasionally, and you can do a Journey run inside an hour and a half. First time round might take you 2.5 hours. And Journey, I think, is more expensive than Wintermute. I'm trying to think, what else have I got that's... Actually, I don't have that many short-term games now that I look at it. I'm just looking at my install base right now. Just what I've got installed. Yeah, most of that's fairly long-term. Warzone 2100, yeah, very long-term. Small Land is long-term, even though I've only played that for a couple of hours. Sky Children of the Light, which I'm known for playing, I've got thousands of hours in that in the last 18 months. But then it's not a single story mode, so... what can I do to pass the time? I've already fixed the radio transmitter here, so I don't need to do that again. I pretty much scoured everything away that's vaguely edible, which is what forced me to leave here in the first place. I'm not going to be heading back the way I got to. If I head straight back to where I was, there's a bear part of the way, and I'd rather save hunting a bear until I can more easily get access to it. So that's back at the where am I heading for? Yeah, Drift Island. This is where I've been staying. There's a bear that's easily accessible from here. You can shoot it from the float plane. So I will. Yeah, I'll just, when I leave here, I'll follow the river, and then go around, then go across the lake. When I first went to Drift Island, I actually headed up this way. There's a bear about there. In fact, I pretty much ran out of food at final approach. I had to stop there because there's deer over here. There's another bear. I think it's the same one in that general area. There's no shelter to speak of over there, apparently. So, yeah, I'll be heading back to Drift Island. Yeah, you can see where I've mapped. I did check that. Yeah, I don't need tinder. What can I do? Do I have anything that needs... Oh, I can make another... I can replenish one of my arrows. I lost an
I'm
arrow
not
to
sure
the
I
last
can carry
year.
much more.
Where's the workbench? Oh, it's downstairs. It's downstairs, isn't it? Is there another workbench around here? I don't want to go downstairs. Okay, I'll go downstairs. Don't... Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. Oh, of course, there's a... There's a furnace down here, which is handy. I think there's a workbench down here, isn't there?
Come on.
Where's the workbench? Yes, thought there was. Right, I just got my arrows back up, just as the fire goes out. And it's dark up here, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, heck. I can't be bothered. Let's just light a match. Yeah, here we go. Easiest way out. And it's only halfway through the day. And, ooh, let's have a look-see. I don't... I could actually, potentially, if it's not too bad outside, get on my way. Where's the... Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Nope, I'm not going there. How can I get lost in a hangar? Answer's remarkably easy. Let's see.
I might have to drop some gear.
Very tempted to head out, to be honest. You know what? I think I will. Alright, here's the plan. I am going to take a quick break for reasons of biology and a 59-year-old bladder. I will return and we'll see about getting back to Drift Island, I think. And just to be on the safe side, I'll do the pause indoors. And the good news is if I Alt-Tab out of this, it pauses. So I will see you all very shortly. Right. I'm back. Yeah, let's bite on the bullet. Let's see if I can get my way out of here. Do I? Yes. Oh. Helps if I actually pick up the stuff I want to take with me. Okay, there we go. Don't need that. I can build another one if I need to. And let's just... And that can go over. I don't need anything else. Do I? I have water, I have food. I've got...
Too much stuff to carry.
Stop complaining, Mackenzie. I have this, that, and that. I've got a bit of firewood. And in fact, you know what? Hang on, do I have any other firewood? No, I don't. I don't know what I'm doing carrying 2 sets of magnifying lenses. That's actually pretty good for emergencies if I need it. Alright, let's... And the problem with this is I've got to... Ah! Alright. Oh, come on. Oh! Let's try and avoid the car. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll head for the river, follow the river along, and return from whence we came. And hopefully things don't get too much worse. But this is why I have the bearskin bedroll, so that if things do get worse, I can build a snow shelter and be thoroughly warm, I hope. So my survival technique is belt braces in both hands. If I can't take the travois, I've still got, in theory, enough stuff on me that I should be able to survive somewhat. The only danger with going over here is there are wolves in this region. I am going the right way, right? I think so. Yes, I am. Let's see if we can... I should be safe, because the bear shouldn't have respawned. Cross fingers. I hope it hasn't respawned. I don't want to go straight back into that region with a respawned bear. I think I can survive one mauling. I don't want to risk 2. Ever since I got frostbite in Forlorn Muskeg, it's something I have to be slightly careful about. That's why my condition is permanently down. It's because of frostbite. And I can't remember where I can get down to the river, but we'll see. There's the deer. Shot those a few times, I think. Can I get down here? Yeah, looks possible. Yes. I hope. And if memory serves, I should just be able to follow the river to the lake, go around the lake. And I'm trying to think, when did I shoot the bear? It was Thursday or Friday. I should be good until hopefully at least tomorrow. I hope. Assuming I'm heading the right direction. I'm assuming I'm heading this way. Let's just check. Yep, I'm headed the right way. Why am I a bit stinky? Slightly bothersome. Why am I stinky? I don't want to be stinky. Oh. I've got a fresh cut on me. Bad idea. Right. That's better. So I have two moderate concerns about going this way. The first is the bear respawning, which it shouldn't have, I don't think. And the second is a wolf, respawns on the far side of Drift Island, which was pretty much dead the last time I saw it, so that shouldn't be a problem, because that was... Oh, do you know what? There's a very good chance that bear has in fact respawned, now that I think about it. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I can actually avoid it. I just realised I might have got my calculations off regarding the bear respawning. Because I spent a day cooking it, didn't I? Anybody remember the last time I shot the bear? Because what do you want to bet that was more like Wednesday? If it was Wednesday, then that's Thursday, Friday, Monday that I played the game. That's 3 real-time games. And I might be safe until tomorrow. Hello? I've probably come across this before. Am I going even vaguely the right way? Probably not. I don't remember this now. Oh! What's a wolf carcass doing out here? Actually, I am slightly worried. Not worried. It bothers me slightly. Where did the wolf come from? Oh. Huh. Great. Glimmer fog. I don't want that. But the pelt is useful. Don't want glimmer fog. Not while I'm out here. Alright, where am I? I am here. So, in principle, if I just keep following this, it might be alright. This is not a great position to be in, to be honest. This is one of those situations where if I'd known there was going to be glimmer fog, I would not have come out. And it ain't gonna let me... So, hang on a second. I'm here, I'm going hopefully straight that way, which is all good. Let's see if I can map. I don't think I'll be able to. Nope. Yeah, okay, I am in trouble with a capital T. Because if there's anything unpleasant in this region, I stand a very good chance of running right into it. Drat. Breaking my own rules here. You know what? Let's head for that dimly visible structure there, I think. And hopefully bed down for the day / night. That's not one of my fires, I can tell you that. Yeah, I have not been here. Aha! That's always nice. And a knife. And a torch. And a flare. And... The good news is I'm well prepared-ish. The bad news is I may not be well prepared enough. And I don't know where I am on the map. Well, I roughly know. I am about, at a guess, here. So the bears region is over there. I don't know if it comes this far. I could risk keep going straight, but there are wolves directly in my path, which isn't that much of a problem, except for the fact that visibility is relatively low, and I'd rather have a battle with wolves when I can see what's coming. So... Well, this is why I have the necessary to build a snow shelter. So I guess I'll just have to bide my soul in patience for a bit. Sorry, this is going to be slightly boring. Now that I found, if not shelter, then at least a good landmark. Well, at the very least what I can do is strip down these. That's 2 more arrows. Interestingly, I found somebody else who's just started streaming. I think they do long form stuff. Hang on, I'll see if I can find them. What were they called? That's really the wrong account for me to be looking at. What were they called? I accidentally ran across them the other day. Drat, no, can't find them. Oh, hang on a second. I know where I might be able to. Give me a second here. Are they on my regular list? Whispers in the Snow. Whispers in the Snow does long form, long dark content. And she's brand new. Got higher production values. 43 subscribers and 35 videos. So go give her some encouragement. She's been streaming for about 3 weeks. And yeah, she does long form stuff. I think she's actually playing Misery. So Stalker. And she has done a Misery. She streamed 2 hours of Misery. Got higher production values than me. She's live every day from 11 AM to 1 PM, apparently. Eastern Standard Time. So go say hi to her. Right. Where was I? Here we go. Hi, Tony. I haven't watched any of her live streams. I have watched a bit of her archived live stream. I don't really have an opinion, but like I say, she seems to be more professional than I am. And better looking. if that's a factor. So yeah, go check out Whispers in the Snow. Give her some support. It's always I say it's always interesting. She's the first new YouTube streamer I've seen, so you know, just getting going. I think she's growing faster than I am too. I can't remember how many subscribers I had after 3 weeks. I'm pretty certain it wasn't 43. Well, let's build a snow shelter. Not on me, no. Just look for Whispers in the Snow, and you should find her. I actually don't know if she's any good, to be honest. It's just interesting to see a new streamer just getting started, so you know, give them support. Give them some support. Like I say, it seems to have higher production values than me. Oh, come on. You telling me I can't build a snow shelter here? Ah! Where's that spot? I can't find a spot to put the snow shelter. Ah! There we go. Home for the night. Hang on a second, I might be able to provide a link. Give me a second here. Let me just go over to here. Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah. There we go. Nope. This was in the snow. And do I have a link for her? Well, I'm subscribed. Share. Copy link. There we go. There we go. That worked. Look at that. I'm helping. Yep. Brand new, I think. So, yeah, go check her out. If only because she's new and she streams The Long Dark. Tell her I sent you. She won't have the faintest idea who I am. It's nice to see I'm not the only body doing this. I think all her stuff is The Long Dark as well, so I imagine she's... I like the name of the channel. I think that's a cool name, to be honest. Wish I'd thought of it. Mine makes me sound slightly unhinged. I was joking yesterday about changing the name from Shards of Insanity to Shattered Reality or Shattered Sanity or something like that. But I don't think I will just yet. In case anybody's wondering where the name comes from, it was originally going to be Shards of Sanity. And the reason for Shards of Sanity is that's my Minecraft gaming name. And the reason I picked that was because I liked some of those elaborate names from Halo, you know, the starship Pillars of Autumn. So I was thinking around and came up with Shards of Sanity. When I set up this channel, I think Shards of Sanity... let me start that again. Shards of Sanity was taken, so I thought, okay, Shards of Insanity. And so there you go, that's how my name came about. Right. What can I do until it's late enough for me to actually get to sleep? I don't need a fire, do I? No. No, I am not at this point. I might later. Not the first time I've spent the night out in Glimmer Fog. But it's the first time I've been best prepared for it. Let's grab a liter. And hope the weather's better in the morning. One of my subscribers who's spent more time in the game than I have, like everybody, almost every subscriber who watches me has spent more time in the Long Dark than I have. was telling me he once got caught out in away from shelter for 3 days because of blizzards and bad weather. Well, blizzards, and I think he said blizzards. Actually, I just had a thought. How... I hadn't thought about this. So, can I, in here... Yes, I do have my bearskin bedroll. Okay, that should help keep me warm. Of course, being stuck completely out in the open like this is not a great idea, but then that's why I can build a fire, I hope. Is there anything I can dismantle? Tell you what, if it turns out this lasts more than a day, I'll have no choice but to continue more or less in a straight line. That way-ish, and hope it leads me somewhere I know. Problem is, glimmer fog can last a while. Can't take this apart, can I? I mean, I'm definitely in the region of the lake, so in principle, if I just keep going in a straight line, I think from here, in the direction that I was heading, in other words, that way, it should get me somewhere I recognize. I don't know. I know that poor weather kept me on Drift Island for days after I'd made the decision to go and move around. I would have moved sooner, except for the fact that the bear respawned, so I shot it. But yeah, no, I mean, I had glimmer fog and fog and
time to look for shelter.
Okay. Look at that. That's yes. Okay, so if I... Yeah, I'm headed in the right direction. That's good. I recognize that, so... I think I need to head over there, don't I? And I should be able to see... There's a wolf. Is that Drift Island? Drat, can't quite see. I think that's Drift Island. So in principle, if I go straight from here, I'm relatively close. It's awfully tempting to think about actually just moving on. But it will get very cold very quickly. Yes, that's Drift Island. So that's where I'm heading. So if I just follow... that way. If I just go down here... I should be good. Alright. If I was more adventuresome, I would go now, but actually I'm getting tired, so we will... sleep for a couple of hours, see if we don't get too cold. Wrapped in furs! Yes! There is a specific achievement. Get this. It's called Wrapped in Furs, and you get it by sleeping in a bearskin bedroll while wearing a wolfskin coat, deerskin boots, and rabbit skin mittens. I had no idea there was such an achievement. 3% of players have made this achievement. But the good news is I'm not freezing to death. And you all know the rule. When you're sleeping in the open like this, sleep in 2-hour shifts in case it gets too cold. And so far so good. And I seem to be all toasty in here, which is good. Oh, I didn't have it. Oh, all right. Oh, hell's bells. Pardon my French. This is not what I wanted. This is really not what I wanted. This is what I was afraid of. This is why I have the travois with me. Yeah. And as you can see, I can barely see my hand in front of my face. Well, let's see. At least I'm warm in here. I'm not happy with this. Brother, now I've got a problem. Do I take a chance and simply head that way? In the middle of a blizzard, freezing to death. Do I hope that it passes without me freezing? Well, the good news is I'm warm in here, so that's good. Yeah. The problem, needless to say, in the blizzards is you can't see where you're going. It's easy to get lost. Even if you think you're going in a straight line, you might not. And I've actually gotten lost at night in a blizzard within literal 20 meters of where I was staying the night, which was a hut, and I had to wander around the shoreline until I came across something I definitively recognized, and then I could make my way over to where I was staying. That was in Bleak Inlet, in the cannery workers' residence. And there's a fishing hut right outside, and a pier. And making my way from the fishing hut back to the residence, I got lost. So, yeah. What I can do here is I can just pass time for a couple of hours, watch my temperatures, and hope it doesn't last all day. Oops, this is where it's going to get slightly boring, for which I apologize. And I am watching my temperature there like a hawk, because if that starts dropping, I am in real trouble. And this can last all day, no problem at all. One thing I do have to slightly worry about is there have been circumstances under which the Travois can despawn. So I'm a little bit trying to watch out for situations where, if it does despawn, do I have enough on me to get to where I might be going? Does it need repairing? I hope I don't have to repair that too much. Yeah, you can start to see the problem. Ah. And again, I'm not where I want to be at this time of night. And it is getting very cold out here, so I don't know if I can actually make that. It looks close, doesn't it? Yeah, but I'm tired. I should have slept. If I'd slept through the day, I would probably go for it. Oh no, I don't. I don't want to. There's going to be an aurora. I don't want to be out in the open with an aurora on, because the wildlife gets cranky. Yes, I don't want to be outside in the middle of an aurora. Hello, are those lights over there? That looks almost like lights. That's interesting. Oh, is that the aircraft? Ah, what do you want to bet? That's the float plane, maybe. Yeah. The wildlife get more aggressive. Oh, there's more lights over there. That's interesting. Didn't realize that there was... Yeah, that's definitely something over there. And I have no idea what it is. And more lights over there. Huh. Okay, there's a couple of areas that I haven't checked out. Alright, let's see if we can get through the night. Oops. Nope. Nope, don't take the chance. Yeah. I've never been outside amongst predatory animals in the middle of an aurora, and I don't feel like taking the chance now. Although, if I light a flare... Well, I can't carry a flare and the travois, can I? So, I would be at a bit of a disadvantage. Those look like geese. Why can't you hunt geese in the game? No, it's not. It's not. There are no NPCs in survival. Well, there is one. There's the trader. But I don't think you ever see him. And the trader's only in the DLC. So, no. It's going to be a structure, which I have been previously unaware of. But that does give me something to check out. Geese would be a good thing to have in the game, actually. That would be nice, yeah. I mean, if they've got ptarmigan and bear and deer, geese would make sort of sense, actually. Even though, as I've stated, under realistic circumstances, don't forget, I've got 340 days in the game, so what, we're approaching 18 months of in-game world. In this situation, everything would be dead. And I've speculated on that before. The bears would be dead. The black bears would be dead. The deer would be dead. The rabbits would be dead. Ptarmigan would be dead. Trees would be dead because, they can't survive through a long winter like this. Permanent winter. If this situation happened where you were basically locked into a permanent winter in this area, you would be forced to live near the coast, I think, or away from the coast even. But then you might have to... Polar bears might be all right, and I'm only speculating there. And I don't know what effect it would have on the marine ecology. There's a reason. The only place in the world... Well, there's a couple of places in the world, but... the only place in the world that's even vaguely like this right now would be, I guess, Antarctica. Well, the Arctic as well, but the Arctic is... Antarctica, there's a reason that there are no indigenous mammals, land-living mammals in Antarctica. Everything in Antarctica pretty much depends on the sea. the seals, the penguins, all depend on the sea. There is the only indigenous land-living life form bigger than bacteria that I can think of in Antarctica is a flightless midge. That's the only thing I can think of. Everything else is linked directly to the ocean. And of course, if you go inland from the in Antarctica, it's a desert basically. So, yeah, this would quickly become, I imagine, like Antarctica. No, I wouldn't make a great teacher. I would get very impatient very quickly. But thank you for the compliment. Wind's picking up, which I do not wish it to do. All right. Okay, we are looking much better. It's going to be freezing. Progress. Definite progress. It is arguably worth moving on.
Looks like I made it through another night.
You certainly did, mate. Hang on, how much water have I got? Well, actually, I've got 7 or 8 litres in the travois. And what have I got in terms of food? Let's make sure that I'm good. Grab another 1.5 litres. Okay. Where am I going? I am going... I guess I'm going to go straight for the island. I hope that's the island. That's the float plane. Right there. That was the lights I saw over there. That was the float plane. Don't know what the lights over there were. And in fact, you can see my hut. Probably because I have... well, it's not that far, actually, in reality, I suspect. So, the biggest problem I've got right now is the wolves that are almost certainly right in front of me. And the bear that might be off to my right. But, yeah, there's the float plane. The interesting part of the story will come when I get a better view of the lake. Yeah, you can see my house. Well, the house. Let's have a little look. So, there's the float plane. Bears over in that direction. If it's around, do I see any wolves? It's right after the blizzard. I probably won't see deer. And I don't see wolves. So in fact, what I'm going to do is head for the island and go round it to the right rather than go up the stairs, so I can take the travois all the way up to the house. Can't take the travois up on this side, so... There's the fishing hut. There's typically a pack of wolves in the region of that fishing hut. In fact, there's typically a pack of wolves pretty much where I'm headed right now. And I'm not seeing them. And as I have previously stated, that float plane over there, fantastic place for shooting the bear. Which is why I've come back here with the meat curing box, because I can stand on the wingtip there and shoot the bear. I have yet to see the bear actually further across the lake than the float plane. And that is a float plane, by the way, not a flying boat. Float planes have floats, flying boats have a hull shaped like a boat. That's the difference, in case anybody was wondering. Essentially, you can make a float plane out of a... I don't know about any regular aircraft, but if you basically stick a float underneath, then yeah, it's a float plane. But a flying boat, yeah, the hull is a boat, basically. I won't say you cannot, but you cannot take a regular sort of land-based plane and make it into a flying boat. But you could conceivably make it into a float plane. In fact, there have been any number of aircraft that were land-based and converted into float planes by the addition of floats. Right, we are almost there, and that's actually fairly good timing, because yeah, I'm coming up for 2 hours, so there's ptarmigan, which I don't need right now. Yeah, if there is a downside to the island here, it is that there is no large game on the island itself. Hang on a second, I'll show you. Is that deer? Yeah, there are deer on the ice, but then you've got to contend with wolves. Yeah, in fact, I think that's a wolf way off in the distance over there. So these tend to vanish after blizzards, but the bear seems to be fairly reliable, and the weather's picking up, so I need to get going. Yes, I do need to seriously get going. The good news is I haven't got far to go. The bad news is I'm freezing to death. Good news is you can actually suffer from hypothermia for a significant amount of time. As I once demonstrated, I do have a live stream where I spent half of it making my way from the ravine back to the coastal highway because I forgot my bedroll. And that was through a blizzard at night, threatened by wolves, mauled by a bear, I think there were 2 or 3 separate blizzards. It was a nightmare. I can't remember what the name of the stream was. Yeah. But I am, in principle, moving towards a position of safety as long as Mr. Wolf is staying dead. And so, worst case, I could take shelter in the fishing hut. I'm not going to. I'm going to try and get safely home. And there's my way onto the island, and the only danger to that is the wolf sometimes goes up there, and I am not so far seeing him. So, and I'm going to have to deal with him because he's right where I want to go. He is. I actually got lucky. That bear has almost certainly respawned. If that wolf has respawned, the bear certainly has. And I need to go that way. It's the only way up for me, so I am going to have to shoot the wolf, which with this circumstance means okay, that's not too bad. Missed him. And I got away with that. And that wolf will be dead. That's the good news. Bad news is he's still where I want to go. And he should just run away. Yeah. This is where the moose skin coat comes in very handy. With Axe-like armor. And of course I have picked a fight deliberately with wolves on several occasions because I was moderately secure in the fact that I wouldn't suffer too much damage. And at this point my biggest danger is hypothermia, and that's not that much of a problem so far, because the hut, house, whatever we want to call it, cabin, is just up here. At this rate tomorrow, and because of the blizzard, we have fresh firewood. And so tomorrow I can start thinking about hunting bear and stocking up on cured meat, which is precisely what I want to do. And there's the hut. In moderately good condition, which is nice. I kind of got lucky. I thought that bear, that wolf would still be dead, but it's obviously been 3 real-time days since I killed it, which means the bear is certainly alive. And I just walked straight through its territory. Yeah, you do get rabbits and ptarmigan here, but you go through the rabbits so quickly it's ridiculous. And I probably came at this from the wrong direction. No, hey, look at that. I'm warming up. So I have been known to leave the travois here. So we'll drop that off. And I'm warming. And it is still very early in the day. Okay. We're going to call that a success. Stuff myself with food. And let's grab...
It feels like a lot of gear.
Yep. I came all this way just to do that. Hello, house. And you can tell I've been here a while. Because I've still got... I deliberately left some fresh bear meat here. And we are back home. Yay! And there's my... This is the black bear hide from last time. So we will drop... Where should we drop this? I've still got some water here. And I need to go into that mode. I need to go I need to find... Yep. Put that down. And what I do is stuff this full of meat, up to 20 kilograms of meat, and that is very, very useful. And we have made it back. There are mods for the game, and I'm not going to use them. Officially, the game does not support mods. And so, the other thing, if a game is designed for mods, like say Minecraft, I might use some of them as long, to some extent, which I do. But I don't want to do something in this game which is not available to everybody else easily. So, secured wolf pelt. There's my fresh one. There's the fresh deer hide, which I need because this is now in... I left some cured birch sapling behind, didn't I? Oh well. This needs repairing, as you can tell. So, yeah. I have not played Fallout since Fallout 2, I think. I've got enough on my gaming plate as it is, given the amount of time I spend streaming. Most of my games I play on stream. Yeah. And given that I've been known to stream up to 6 hours a day, that's a heck of a lot of gaming. So... let's drop that. Right! We're home! We made it! No, in Minecraft, the mods I use don't materially change the behavior of the game. I do, when I play Minecraft, use shaders, but they don't change how the game plays. So I don't think I've got any mods which change how the actual game mechanics behave. The closest I come to that is the mini-map, which can easily be switched off. But it doesn't change how everything behaves, how you build things, anything like that. I have been known to play with the create mod, but that's so obviously different and I think a lot of Minecrafters know about the create mod, but generally with Minecraft, everything I put in is for performance, rather than gameplay. Right, so I have now been playing for 2 hours, in fact over 2 hours. I do actually have to get on with a certain degree of urgency, so thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Go have a look at what's her name, whose name I've now forgotten, but whose link is in the chat. Say hi, if nothing else. Give her a bit of support. I don't know her. I know nothing about her, but hey, she's new. So, I will most likely be back tomorrow. As I've stated previously, I normally stream from 9 to 11 Greenwich Mean Time. There are reasons why I can't right now, and I will not be able to for some, hopefully no more than a couple of weeks, but I will endeavour to stream between 5 AM and 7 AM Greenwich Mean Time. That's what I will try and do, unless I oversleep or something, and I generally stream the evenings, typically Warframe, because it's easy. But who knows, I don't specifically schedule that. However, if you are subscribed and you have clicked on the bell button, you will get a notification when I go live. Big hint there. Right, hope you all have a good day. I will see you all next time.